what is our second main topic today?
Can you tell I'm blushing? Mike himself said, "Hey, John, surprising news. Deadline just reported that a new Magic Mike film titled Magic Mike's Last Dance is in the works at HBO Max, with Steven Soderbergh set to direct and Channing Tatum set to reprise his role." And you know what? I'm down for this. With Steven and Channing back, and as someone that actually enjoyed the other movies, I think this could be good. What are your thoughts?
I'm shocked. And listen, I'll tell you what, I'll get on board with you on this. That first Magic Mike is actually pretty good. The first Magic Mike movie, like despite all the, the tantalizing whatever that's going on up there, I lost count how many damn times your sister watched that movie, dude.
Oh, man.
Like she just put that DVD in. I kid you not. The DVD Anne got for either the first Magic Mike or the second Magic Mike, I can't remember which one it was, but it had a feature on it where when you hit play on this feature, it just played in a loop all the actual dance numbers sequences in the movies. It just immediately flowed one to the next, and then would loop. And I swear to God, and I think Corey and a couple of their girlfriends, they literally sat in my damn living room for 2 hours straight with these like just dance sequences on and on. And you mentioned Magic Mike to Anne, and she's just, this is a big smile on her face. And listen, to be fair, the first movie is actually pretty good. The first movie is actually pretty good. But I'll tell you what, I'm actually really surprised they're doing another one. Now, we'll get to that in a second as to why, but this comes to us from the folks over at Screen Rant who write the following. Soderbergh stated that he was inspired to make Magic Mike's Last Dance after seeing the work done on Magic Mike Live. That's a live show they did. He said, as soon as I saw what Channing, Reed, and the Magic Mike choreographic team did with the live show, I said, we have to make another one. Mike Lane's dream of connecting people through dance, through stripping, must be realized. That's how you connect the world. It's through the magic of stripping. Must be realized. Warner Brothers chairman Toby Emmerich also stated that he's thrilled to be working with Tatum, Soderbergh, and Carolyn, who's writing the script, on another Magic Mike film, adding, is there anybody on screen more charismatic and appealing than Magic Mike? Maybe The Rock. Maybe Ryan Reynolds, but I mean,
you can't shake it like Channing can.
Can't shake it like Channing can. Give it that. I mean, and a lot of people forget Channing started. He was a real life stripper.
No,
that's what he was doing before he became famous, and a lot of people forget that. By the way, Channing Tatum, a guy for years I called the worst actor in Hollywood who gets steady work. But he just worked hard and worked hard and worked hard, and year after year he got better and better and better. And now I literally and legitimately look forward to every new Channing Tatum project that he puts out. I now really like watching him in movies. So this is all pretty good. This is all pretty interesting. This is all coming. Now, why be surprised? Well, here's the reality. And by the way, this is going to be on HBO Max. This is not a theatrical release film. Right.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why it's a smart move. Because this movie wasn't going to make any money at the box office. As much as everybody knows the name of Magic Mike, the reality is this. Check this out. When you look at the first Magic Mike film, I mean, it did really well. It made $168 million worldwide. Now, you may think to yourself, $168 million isn't all that great for a worldwide score. But they made it for $7 million. They made the first Magic Mike film for $7 million, and 6 of that probably went to Matthew McConaughey. So, I mean, when you really think about it, it's $168 million. So, of course, they're going to do another one. Now, they do another one with Magic Mike XXL, which, of course, is the craziest title. That is a great name for that movie, by the way.
Big surprise.
Big surprise.
Big surprise. Someone in the chat said
that. So they go ahead and they decide to do another one. They call it Magic Mike XXL. But the reality is, even though it costs more than twice as much to make, it dropped like almost 33% of its box office from the first one.
Oh, way.
Like, despite the fact that everybody knows the name, despite the fact that everybody knows what Magic Mike is.
And Big Daddy Cool Diesel's in it.
And Big Daddy Cool Diesel. And you got
Kevin Nash.
You've got
Matthew Bomer, Adam Rodriguez.
but more importantly, you
Joe
have
Manganiello.
Deadshot, Joe Manganiello. You got Joe Manganiello in there, the greatest and
Not
most
that I
famous
know anything
Dungeons
about
and
this.
Dragons game master, dungeon master in the world. He runs the world's greatest. Did you know he runs the world's most famous?
Yes, yeah, I did actually. Yeah.
I am still working on getting my invite to that. I want to
was
get on
gonna
that.
say, because doesn't he play with the guys from Game of Thrones? And
Well, he plays. Vince Vaughn plays
Yeah.
as a regular in the game, but more importantly, a buddy of mine, Kyle Newman, director Kyle Newman, is a buddy of mine, and you've seen him on our show.
you need
before.
a seat at that table.
He is a regular in that game. He's a regular in that game. Actually, Kyle wrote the definitive book on the history of Dungeons and Dragons with a few other guys, and Joe Manganiello did the forward on it too. Yeah, he did really good. And then Anne hosted Joe and Kyle Newman when Anne was still at Hasbro. She hosted those two guys and brought them into Hasbro to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and she was the person there for that. So she had them to herself all day and
cool.
blah blah blah. And I've had Joe Manganiello in my studio before. Super nice guy. Super nice guy. The personality does not fit this big, rugged, rough exterior guy. He is the sweetest guy. And I'm not just angling to try to get an invitation to this Dungeons and Dragons game. Or am I? But no, seriously, sweetest, coolest dude.
You are.
So maybe a little bit. But no, at the end of the day, when you look at these numbers and you realize, okay, yeah, drop. They weren't going to make a third film. Not traditionally. That was going to need a big theatrical release and require a big ad campaign. So getting this done via HBO Max is probably the right outlet for a thing like this. I know this is almost probably the most redundant question I'm going to ask all day. Kim, are you looking forward to Magic Mike's Last Dance?
Of course not. I don't want to see Adam Rodriguez trolling around with his 18-pack. I have no interest in the fact that Channing Tatum twerks better than Cardi B. I just have no interest in this.
None.
Not.
No interest whatsoever.
Absolutely.
What about you, Ray?
All
I
I
know
can
you're
do
all
is
about that
laugh.
Magic Mike life.
I actually can relate to them, with the body of a god. All this is just makeup. I got nothing, man.
I'm going to go back into production and be the
even
oil
pulling
girl.
pictures for this segment, I was feeling uncomfortable. And I'm sorry, but man, I was like, which one shows the six-pack better? I want the clearest picture. I don't know what I was doing. I was like, let me get these graphics together real quick and move on to the next thing. But yeah.
Do you know how many ladies' nights there's about to be?
Oh,
you know how many
no.
rosés or bottles popping, pour the rosé, get that frosé going?
Did you see the Conan O'Brien segment when he took his assistant?
Yes,
to Magic Mike
I remember
XXL?
that. Yes,
That was hilarious, man. You see it?
I don't know. Probably not. No.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll tune in.
but listen, I'll tell you what. The fact of the matter is, now Joe Manganiello said a year ago. This is interesting. He said, now this is before they said they were going to make another one, or things even Soderbergh thought about doing another one. Joe Manganiello said a while ago that he's retired from Magic Mike. He's not doing Magic Mike anymore. You got to get Joe back. I think you got to get Joe back. I don't know how you do
have
this
to.
without him. So
How else? Yeah, you have
yeah,
to.
I think you got to get him back too. Anyway, guys,
Handsome guys.
question is for you guys.
Fluffy.
What do you think about the fact that, surprise, surprise, and it is a bit of a surprise, that they are doing a Magic Mike 3? Are you looking forward to it? Did you have fun with it? Maybe it's just for, the sake of your partner. I don't know. Whatever you guys think about it, jump down into the comment section below and leave your thoughts there.